Tucker McKeon's got it set up and ready to go. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Lockett the return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert flush to his right. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Herbert off of play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And, Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worth it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert, sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And some room to run now. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Herbert on first down now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. McCann's got it teed up. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
A gain of 7. First down, Seattle.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Josh Oliver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Well, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something, let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Oliver. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
McCann's kick up and good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Now a handoff as they run left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. Here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown. Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Herbert throwing again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of, they've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 42-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert finds his tight end Oliver here out right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
13 yards on the play. That's good for Washington. 1st down.
Herbert off of play action. Out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Now here's Samuel on the end around. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 18. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Here's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go. 56.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll buy some time right. That's to the tight end, Davidson.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Again, Herbert. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.